Hey everybody, welcome to the weekend. It is Friday,
Woo!
TGIF, and welcome to another episode of A Blind Guy,
His wife,
Their Life Live. On this channel, we explore entertainment, career opportunities, and health and wellness, all while helping to change the narrative of what it means to be normal, shifting the focus from being differently disabled to being differently able. Every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, at 11:15, we spend about a half hour or so introducing you to fabulous people in our personal and professional networks that help us to change the narrative of normal. Today is no exception to the rules. We have a great lineup today.
oh my goodness, Corey, today is super fantastic. I'm just doing my tech stuff in the background here, so don't mind me, but I'm excited about today because we've always got fabulous folks. I see you've got your coffee there today, Corey.
I've got my coffee, and this broadcast is member supported by viewers like you. So if you want to support us and be a part of our family, just buy us a coffee. Go to buymeacoffee.com/blind guy his wife, and you can make a one-time donation. You can buy us one coffee, you can buy us two coffees, you can buy us 200 coffees.
Well, it's scrolling right there at the bottom of the screen, buymeacoffee.com/blind guy his wife. And if you go there, this is what you'll see. You'll see right at the top, there's a banner, me and Corey, so you'll know you're at the right place. Corey's eyes don't work. He has a wife. They celebrate life. That's us. We have a treat for you. We're storytellers, so there's a video there. And then, of course, hey, Corey, I still got the 25 coffees I put in from yesterday, because you can choose 1 coffee, 3 coffees, 5 coffees, or you can type in your own. So I'm going to put in 45 coffees, and this way I would be supporting this production with $225. But keep in mind, folks, 100% of all proceeds go to Atumpan Edutainment Inc. It's our nonprofit, Atumpan Edutainment, that Corey and I founded 22 years ago.
So we're going to jump right in with some greetings from our special guest today. You've seen this person before. She is a fabulous vocalist, and she's teasing us with the warm Florida sun in her background. She is none other than Sonya with the Y. Sonya, can you come in and sing hello to our viewing audience?
All right.
Hi, guys. Good morning. I hope you had a good night's rest.
All right, Sonya with the Y showing off. I thought you were about to sing another song there. It's morning.
You know it. You know what? You don't have to tease her. She's in Florida, so she's fainting. She got the Miami on.
I know. And she's probably standing in front of the pool like, who would like to be in the pool?
We'll see you soon, Sonya with the Y. Man.
Our featured guest today, one of our featured guests is, I can tell everybody, he puts the S, O, the U, and the L in soul. This man is an IT specialist, but he's also a musician. He plays all sorts of instruments: saxophone, clarinet, flute, guitar, and the trumpet. But today he's going to bless us with the piano today and his musical instrument called his voice. He is none other. You know him on YouTube as Hunte Boy. He is none other
David Hunt.
than David Hunt. Let's bring David Hunt on. Say hello.
David Hunt is going to do his thing, Corey. He's a tech guy, as you all know. Let's see what he's got for us today. Wait.
Good morning. Hope you have a wonderful day.
All right.
You see how, you know what?
These folks are ready today. They
showing out.
Yes.
We'll see you soon, David Hunt.
Yes, David Hunt and Sonya with the Y here with us today. We're gonna have a lot of fun with you guys today. And again, we're gonna have our plant-based treat by Chef LaQuita Marie.
That's me.
And we'll be showing you what that is later on. And as
you know what? Yeah, because I don't know that we have our plant-based treat loaded up. Let's see if we can give you a sneak peek.
Outstanding oatmeal. Yum, yum, oats, yum.
And that oatmeal is really good too. And as we move along with Queen Marie, you're going to read the comments as they come in, but don't forget to obliterate the like button as you come in.
Yes, hit that thumbs up, guys. You know what to do. If you're in the chat, you hit the X, go out, you hit the thumbs up, and then you hit live chat again. That's how you go back and forth between the two. So we've got our all of our favorites here today, Corey. Friday favorites. One of my favorites is here. Good morning, all. He says, I'm still number one. Philip Waldo Jr.
BWJ in first place this morning. Good morning, BWJ.
Yes, we also have here XDMC says, dang, beat me to it, Philip Waldo Jr. He says he was ready. One love family from XDMC. And Kanique Mighty Nugent is yelling, David!
Come on then. You ain't seen nothing like the mighty Nugent.
Oh, I was wondering where you were going with that. I forgot. That's her theme song. I say work on a little bit. You know,
how it's all works.
Hey, need the look, Corey. That's what Philip Waldo Jr. says. He likes that shirt. You know, this is compliments
right.
of my mama, yo mama. You know how we do.
My mama and all.
Kanique was watching Sonya with the Y come in with her vocals, and she says, beautiful voice. And so we have here, she also noticed that somebody was over there fanning, stunting on us in Florida. You know, Kanique says, yep, she's jealous. She's jealous. Henry Mickey, I'm going to just say Henry Jr. says, do it, David, because I'm about to mess up his last name.
All right. Thank you for joining us, Henry.
Y'all know I can't read sometimes. Most times I can.
Phonics did not work for her.
Anyway, as I was saying, XDMC talking about, wow, he sounds better than me.
Well, that's not much of a stretch, X.
Philip Waldo Jr. is like, yep, they trying to do you out. They trying to outdo you, XDMC. And Kanique Mighty Nugent is giving us a thumbs up. Hey, we got another vocalist in the house, Corin Davis Long.
All right, Corin.
Corin
Thanks
is
for joining us.
Yeah, she's an amazing vocalist. We've known her for quite a few years now. And that's how we first met her, actually. She was singing in a show that we produced. And so, hey, good morning to you, Corin. So, guys, we got to jump right in today because today is a good day. Where do you want to go from here, Corey? Do you want to jump right in to the 5-minute story time introduction?
I say we jump right into the introduction of what's going to happen today.
Okay.
Today we have a fabulous guest that's going to share with you some of the techniques and tips of playing music by ear, and he's learned through his passion with music. He started out his journey as a young child with his father teaching him how to play the piano, and that love of music.
Oh, wait, is this your introduction?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even give David the proper, what do you call it, introduction. This is your 5-minute story time. Go ahead, bro. I got you. You need music? Because, today is like a musical day. We got all the faves.
We got balafon.
We got oatmeal. We got...
so you want me to do an actual story?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just your introduction.
Okay.
Give your introduction. I'll just give you some intro music.
Okay.
I'm trying to compete.
Let me start.
Or at least I'm trying to join the band because David, he plays everything.
Today's musical guest is none other than the fabulous David Hunte. David has had a lifelong journey in music. Before David was born, or when he was born, he came into the world with a miniature keyboard in his hand, a guitar strapped to his back, and in his diaper he carried a harmonica. His angelic voice was heard throughout the hospital, and they said, this boy has soul. And that's how David Hunte came into the world. He is here today to share with you all the tips that he knows about playing music by ear, as we present to you none other than himself, the man who's going to make me some buzz-up shots.
Oh, okay.
Mr. David Hunte and Sonya with the Y.
Well, wait a minute. Both of them coming on? I thought it was just him.
Oh, it's just him? Okay. David Hunte, today's featured guest.
Well, good morning, David. How are you today?
I don't know if I can compete with that. If I can live up to guitar strapped to my back, I don't know.
I know, right? But I think the interesting thing is that you do play so many instruments. Like you are a vocalist. I was mentioning Corin earlier. She's given us some love, saying thank you. She's an amazing vocalist. But you sing and you play so many instruments because You've got an instrument behind you. You play guitar. So you play several stringed instruments. You play the Hammond organ, keyboard, piano, saxophone, flute, clarinet, trumpet,
and
all of the saxes.
Yeah, all of this started out with you from a young age, correct, David?
Right. Yeah. So I really started out as a young age. All my brothers, I have 3 brothers, and they all went to music lessons, piano lessons. And then I never went for formal lessons like that. My oldest brother was the one that really taught me after my dad got me into it. And so my dad was the one that showed me how to play. Let me see if I can do this here.
All right.
Oh, wait a minute.
So David has a lot of stuff in his studio, guys. As you see, he has several cameras. He's way more advanced than us.
So he showed me how to play these notes on the piano, and also the guitar and the bass. So my father invested in us as kids. One of my brothers had a trumpet, another brother had a bass guitar, and so the bass guitar was the first instrument that I played. So I would play along to the quartets and the Hawkins singers and different things going on at the time. And so then he said, okay, these are the chords on the guitar, and then now you transfer those to the piano. So that's kind of like how I was like maybe like 7, 8 years old when I really started. Yeah.
And where were you at this time? Where were you living at that age?
I was living in the beautiful island of Trinidad. Yeah, man.
Hey.
That's all we were. Yeah.
Yeah. Big ups to Trinidad, right? Shout out, because I heard a slight difference in your vocal intonations, and I said, "Oh, where is he from? Where is he from?" So Trinidad, yeah.
Trinidad.
And so this is wonderful because at such a young age, you had access to all of these musicians and all of this knowledge and talent, and you've been able to really just grow it so that once you learn the mechanics of music, you could transfer it to different instruments. But your dad, who was a pastor, he's the one that, that instilled that, invested in you. See, Corey, this is why we invest in our children. Just to let you know, David, I'm saying this because growing up, I did play flute. My dad was a pastor. And a lot of people in our family, we played different things, whether it was drums, tambourine, keyboard, piano, whatever you could play, you played. And I know in school, my sister and I played instruments, but Corey and I, we don't go to a church where you just kind of jump in and play or anything like that. We've never been able to do that. So we pay for our kids to take lessons, piano, violin. And Corey's like, yeah, it's cool, I guess. And I'm like, Corey, it's an investment. Like, you got to do it. So he's been on board. He just didn't realize what an investment it could be.
Sure. Go ahead. You were saying something, Corey?
No, you're good.
Okay. So what I was going to say, it's important not only for creating music and art and stuff but it helps in the development of the mind. Most of the times you find that people who do music or learn or play an instrument, they are able to think clearer and make better decisions in terms of logic, because you have to go from this chord to this. You have to learn those patterns, and it creates those memory pathways in your mind that enable you for your critical thinking. It's very important. My father-in-law told me, he's an engineer. He did engineering in college, and he said when they were creating computers, they went to a lot of the music majors because of the way your mind works when you're playing music. The decisions that you have to make going from one thing to the next. Right. So you'd find that the musicians were able to grasp the concepts of computing in a way that other disciplines were not. So that was kind of interesting piece of history that he mentioned to me. I was like, wow, I didn't know. So,
nice. Well, our guests are loving this. Philip Waldo Jr., he's a musician himself. He was one of those people in the church I was talking about. That's my brother. And he says, your family sounds like the Caribbean Jacksons to me. So I know that, like you were saying about the tech work, you've had to, for your day job, you are an IT specialist for an organization, but during the pandemic, you had to also transition to add video to your video editing and video software, that knowledge.
Especially when it came to organizing these virtual choir rehearsals and choral rehearsals that couldn't happen with the social distancing that was going on.
Right. And so I'm going to share the screen of, I'm not going to play the music, but I know that you created this. This was a tool or a talent that you gained during the pandemic because you had to, where in order for you to still play for church and groups, you had to record all the musical parts, send them to the people that once they sent you back their vocals with the audio and the musicians sent you their portions, then you put this all together.
Correct. Yeah. So it was something that I had to learn quickly in 2020. Churches were closed. Musicians, they wanted music in the virtual service, and so I had to learn in a very short space of time. I think from the time we made a decision to the time we created the first video, not this one. This one is in a lot better space, but
okay.
My first video, it was bad. I'm just gonna say,
right.
When it was good, but it's not where I am now. I shouldn't say it was bad, but in learning video editing, that was something that I really hadn't done, and so it was very, very interesting, the pivot that you had to make to go from singing in person to doing this virtual thing. So I had to create. I also had to become a music producer, so I had to create the tracks, get the drummer and the bass in. I play the keys, and then I would sing each part: the alto, the soprano, the tenor, and the bass. Well, not so much the bass, but soprano, alto, and tenor, and then send those to the sopranos, send the alto part, send the tenor part, and then each person would sing their part and send it back to me, and then I'd stitch them all together. So that process, you had to create the process first.
Right.
Instruct them how to do it. Some people I had to really get on with them and show them exactly, well, we want the video to be this way, or we want the video to be this way.
Right.
It was a pretty interesting proposition. So I'm still learning. There are still things that I wish I could do better, like, mixing and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a very challenging process, but it's very, very entertaining, and I enjoy it a lot.
Well, speaking of enjoying, we have Tanya Rollins Shadley. She's a vocalist as well. She says, yes, pivot. You've got to just shift where you have to. And Kanique Mighty Nugent is saying, very talented dude. Speaking of talent, what were you going to say?
I was going to say,
he says thank you to Kanique.
What program were you using to do this video editing? Because that's fascinating to me.
So I'm using DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve is a free program. Is created by Blackmagic Design. Well, they're the ones that have it now, Blackmagic Design. And so it's a free software, but it's also very powerful. It's used in the movie industry to do color grading in movies and stuff like that. But you can also do editing. There's a full-fledged digital audio workstation within the program. So you can do your mixing in DaVinci Resolve. In fact, a lot of the times I'm doing my audio editing in DaVinci Resolve, and so you can add your reverb and your delay and different effects, compression. You can raise and lower the levels of, if someone's vocal is really high, you bring them down so that it matches, everyone's the same.
You know, I think it's interesting, David, that I knew XDMC was going to know about this. He's a tech guy. He says, I use DaVinci Resolve for color grading. And then, you know, as far as Tanya Rollins Shadley, she's saying, I need a meeting with him to pick his brain for the TRS Kids virtual experiences. So scrolling right there at the bottom, that's his information. You can buy him a coffee. That way you can become a supporter. You can get a consultation with him. You can obtain his services or go visit his YouTube channel, David Hunt. It's his name. And so Philip Waldo Jr. is noticing. Are you a producer, director? Do you wear a cape as well? Like, what is going on, you know?
Okay.
And so if you're looking for the spelling, just look in the comments, Tanya Rollins Shadley. I'm going to put it right here so that you can
DaVinci without the H.
Okay, it's D-A-V-I-N-C-I. Okay,
T-I, like DaVinci Code.
Right.
Yeah.
So we first of all, you know, Philip Waldo Jr. says you and David need to speak English. So we're going to bring a vocalist in so you can kind of show us how you do what you do, because XDMC is just laughing. He's enjoying the conversation. The rest of us are confused. So we're going to bring in Sonya with the Y, if that's all right with you, David.
Sure.
All right. So Sonya with a Y is...
Yes, hi. I'm here. Can't hear you though.
You can't hear us?
I can hear you. I can't hear you.
I can hear you guys. I can hear you guys. So I'm going to just, you know, let you guys do a little sampling for us so that, David, you can teach us some of the techniques for how you play by ear, or how you would teach people to play by ear, or just some. Go ahead, Corey.
You're developing a course. It's not ready to launch yet, but you're developing a course to teach people about using their voice and also on developing techniques to play by ear. So this is a great introduction to what David can do. So
right. So I'm gonna hop out, and what we'll do is, Sonya, you can get started, and then, you know, David's gonna just show off a little bit. All right, if that's okay with you guys.
Sounds good.
Okay. I guess I'll start off with, you can hear me? Okay, you can hear me. Let's see. I'll do a little gospel first, okay? Who opened doors that I cannot see? Jesus will. Jesus will. Who open doors that I cannot see. Oh, Jesus will. Oh, Lord, Jesus will. When I'm in trouble, He gives me a song. In the night season, and the day long, who makes me do right when I would do wrong. Oh, don't you know Jesus will? Oh yes. I lost my musician. Jesus will.
Man.
I gotta hop in here. Because the crowd is going wild.
I can't.
Let me tell y'all something.
When she said, "When it can't do right,"
that's why I was like that with him this morning. I was back there. I was like, yes, sing. I was like that with him this morning.
So let me explain. By what's going on with her saying that's how she was this morning. So I'm putting into the chat so that you guys know where you can buy David a coffee, you know, because it's scrolling at the bottom of the screen, but you can become a regular supporter. His YouTube channel is there. So I'm going to share his YouTube channel, because what happens is David goes live like every morning. So if you subscribe to David, sometimes he gives you just, music. Sometimes he sings. Sometimes he also will, this is his channel, David Hunt. You guys, right now, I don't know why it says he doesn't have any comments in because he has 78 videos. There they are. Can you guys see that screen okay?
Yeah, we see.
Awesome.
And he took requests today too, and he took every last one of my requests. So
Yes, and brought it down. So sometimes he was just playing the music, sometimes he was singing, and he started with My Favorite Ribbon in the Sky. Some people are celebrating Valentine's Day, some people are celebrating every day, but it's his name, guys, David Hunt. So right now, he's got some subscribers. We want to definitely grow his channel. And so Shonda Brooks was in there saying, yes, we having church today. Yes, David and Sonya. The XDMC was also in there saying, David and I are waving hands at the same time. Because y'all started to town, So I'm going to hop out of here. Sonya Rollins Shadley could not get enough. Do it again. So go ahead, Corey.
Sonya, what you got for us next?
Yeah, so tell us, or are we leaving and letting them tell each other?
We're leaving it, but she's gonna go to the next song.
You go to the next song. We're out of here. We're out.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I forgot. The point of the show, we were supposed to be.
Let David talk about how
he plays by ear. I think everybody knows David can play by ear. David has been in this for a very long time. In your education, your musical training, David, you've gone to school. What's your musical training for formal education, please?
Yeah. Okay. So I started when I was about 8, and I took several years of piano lessons with my dad, and then my brother. But then I came to the U.S. to study music. I came on a music scholarship, and I was a voice major at a small college here in Massachusetts. It's since closed down, was Atlantic Union College, and in Lancaster, Massachusetts, and it was a small, intimate environment for learning, and it really fostered the music theory and music history, and form an analysis, and really cemented the technical side of what I do, and really provided a framework for my piano playing. And
so wait a minute, we got people here shouting out AUC. Kanique Mighty Nugent
went there. Yep, she went there.
Wait, just so you know, David, I just want you to know XDMC keeps trying to get Corey and him to sing The Secret Garden. Now he's trying to get you as a musician background. Don't do it, David. Don't do it.
Yeah.
So go ahead, because you were telling us about your musical background, and so that even before you had the formal training, you had the basis, and this is why you said, I can create these courses to teach people to learn to play by ear. So if they already have some technical skills, they can do what you're doing with us today. So I'm going to bring Sonya back in, all right, if that's okay with you. And Corey and I are going to hop out, so that way, Sonya, tell the people what's happening.
I guess I'll do a little, not too secular, I guess. Everybody should know this. I kind of know some of it, but just a few notes of it. I know a place, ain't nobody crying, ain't nobody worried, ain't no smiling faces, no, lying to the races. Come on, y'all, help me. I'll take you there. Oh, I'll take you there. Ain't nobody crying. I'll take you there. Don't you know that? I'll take you there. help me, y'all.
Hold up, because you know I'm about to help you. You know I'm about to help you. I got you.
I got you. Oh, whoa.
Y'all gonna have David. Y'all giving David a heart attack.
Corey.
I had to take him out. You know, it's
Corey.
okay.
I'll take you out. That's awesome.
So David, how do you find the chords? Like, how do you when you're listening to people and you're playing by ear? Is it just, you know, what do you do? Like, what's your first thing?
So the first thing you want to do is find the main key center around the song, right? So it's really a way of listening. So you can play. So she's just saying, oh, ain't nobody worth, oh, ain't nobody worth. So you just kind of like, you know, you play the notes around until you find. I have pretty good what we call relative pitch.
Okay.
And what that is if you sing a song, any song, I am able to just like.
Okay, I'm gonna sing a song. I'll sing a song.
I got this one. You ready, David?
I can't never have a turn. Wait. Philip Waldo said tag him in, but go ahead, Corey. I'll let you do it.
I'm going to Africa. How am I gonna get there?
I don't know if I know this song, but
nobody knows it.
And Yaya, babe, we're flying Ethiopian air. It's been a long time coming.
See what I'm saying?
No.
Right. David, let's do this. Let's wrap things up. With you singing. So Sonya, you start a song, and then you start a song. Give us a goodbye song, so that, you know, as you sing goodbye, don't stun on us with the Florida sun. But if you want to throw it in, you know, give us some improv, because I know you will look at anything and create a song out of it. And David has that mind where he will create a melody just out of nowhere. Anja Africa, no. She's talking about, let Corey sang. No.
Anja Africa.
Anyways, Philip Waldo Jr. is shouting out Ethiopian Airlines. So Sonya, look around, see what you got going on out there. Give us a goodbye song. And this way, that'll take, once you're done, we'll take you out. We'll let him give us something in that range, see what he can do with it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna just actually, it's good a goodbye, but I'm gonna just say thank you, Quia and Corey. Thank you for letting me be on your show. Thank you. Why don't you buy them some coffee? Thank you.
Yes.
And don't forget David Hunte. Thank you. Thank you for letting me do this. Thank you for putting a smile on my face. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Hunt, for playing behind me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for doing all my songs this morning. Thank you. You had me singing worship early this morning. Thank you. And I cannot forget the man upstairs.
Yes.
I want to say thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so
Sonya
much.
with the Y.
We will see you next time. Thank you. She got that Miami showing off. We just go take her out on that one. You know what? You see how this works, David, right? We're gonna add you in, David, because, you know, thank you for gracing us this morning. We've got your information scrolling right there at the bottom. David Hunt is your YouTube channel, buymeacoffee.com/David Hunt. And the good news is that Anja Africa, according to XDMC, she is here just in time for him to sing.
Uh-oh.
Luckily,
He does not have the link to come backstage.
Yeah, we're not dropping that link today.
Yeah, I've done enough embarrassment for the main officer. So,
well, he definitely says, SCMC says, I want to thank you. Yes, this is awesome, especially because as a tech guy, as a family guy, you have children, you have a wife, you all sing as a family. This is a way that you all connect and communicate.
And been able to travel.
And you've been able to travel all over the world. Of course, Trinidad, Germany, Washington State, Nevada, Oregon. I'm making up some stuff. You tell me.
California. Yeah, so.
And then from Maine
Trinidad, Bermuda. So.
Just all over. Oh, and Germany.
Yep, Germany.
Yes.
And all those were trips related to your musical career?
All those were musically related. Well, the trips to Trinidad will also see family, but
of course
to get the bus up shots,
royalty and some doubles too. Yeah, so.
Right. No, we ain't doing it. Philip Waldo Jr. says, "Drop that link. It's Friday."
Now, David, you have an interesting concept when it comes to summing up what it means to have talent. When you think you're somebody, well, I'm not as good as this person or that person's better. But you always talk about how your talents are just a gift. And can you share that philosophy with everybody?
Well, for me, it's really simple. We're all placed in this world, and we all have gifts. Sometimes, it's like I can't sing like Bruno Mars. I can't be Michael Jackson. I can't be Luther as much as. Or even Corey can't be Luther. Corey has to be Corey.
Say so.
As much as we would love to be, there are people who can play better than I. There are people who could sing better than I, but they're not me. And so I have to utilize what I have to make the world better. The world better. That's
Sonya's backstage waving. So just so that you know, she is clapping and waving. I can see her backstage. I do that. Use what you have. Yes.
What my it's just been within the last 2 months. Use your hands, your voice, your mind, and your heart to make the world a better place. And so that's what you just have to use what you have. That's what you guys have been doing. That's why I really love your show. I really love what you're doing. Your storytellers, your musicians in your own right.
Hey.
The drummers, and whatever it is. The bala, that's a really, really powerful instrument. And so you're using what you have to make the world a better place. You're using your camera, you're using your laptop, You have that sign right there. Someone had to make it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, and you're showing what it is to be, even though you're differently abled, you can still impact the world and make a difference. And that's just fire. Love that.
Thank you.
Really, really, really appreciate you guys. So I thank you for even having this platform, so that you invite, and you're not just doing it for yourself. You're bringing other people around the way. It's kind of like I mentioned this earlier. Tom Brady left New England. He went to Tampa Bay, and he raised the level of play. That's what he did. So
that's it.
That's what we're all encouraging people to do.
Well, thank you so much, David.
Yeah.
This has been great. Like Philip Waldo Jr. is saying, thanks to David and Sonya with the Y, as well as Anja Africa is here making sure that we don't bring XDMC. And she says, "No, I'll never see you as cool again." He says that hurts, but it's the truth. Now we can't drop it. Sorry, drop that link. You see what they're doing? XDMC is agreeing with you. He says, "I agree, David. I'm a true fan of this channel. We do appreciate all of the love. This has been so wonderful, but we're not getting the Temptations going today." XDMC is saying Philip Waldo Jr. can come in. He can come in.
There you go. I got nothing but love for you.
Right. So as part, I know, right?
I love you, man.
Yes, thank you. As part of our Friday favorites, we're going to have one of my favorite foods. It's all because of Sonya with the Y. Because when we were children, she would make oatmeal that was amazing. It's currently my favorite food. Oh, see, and David loves oatmeal. Yeah. And David's just
I'm vegetarian, so plant-based is right up my alley. I'm really loving it.
Absolutely. I'm glad you said that, and I'm sure that Philip Waldo Jr. will agree. One reason I love you is because you remind me so much of my brother Benny. but and he can't sing.
Not at all.
Yeah. So it's like
I was born by the river in a little tent.
anyways, guys, we want you all to definitely subscribe to David Hunt's channel. Hey there, Wade Staten Jr. Make sure you hit the rewind if you missed any of the vocals. But just in case you did,
we're gonna let David take us out right now before we go to plant-based treat with a little Sam Cooke.
Yeah, because you can't request Sam Cooke. How do you know that's what he wants to sing?
I can request it.
Okay, you can request
This is the blind guy, his wife, their life champ.
All right, so you heard that, David. So Kanika is also an oatmeal fan. She says porridge is better. So, hey, I like all cereals. So I believe you, Kanika. I've had porridge before. David, go ahead and if you can, sing us out because Karen thinks she's late, but she made it for the food and she's going to make it for these locals. Hey there, Karen. So give us a little, I guess, Corey's favorite, Sam Cooke, to exit the show.
All right, let's see what I could do.
Yeah, let's get it going because Philip says he's a meatitarian, but he loves vegetables.
I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, and just like the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long, long time coming, but a change will come. Oh, yes, it will. It was a little time, but I go to the movies and I go downtown. Oh, somebody keep telling me, don't hang around. It's been a long, long, long time coming, but a change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Then I go to my brother. I said, brother, hermano, help me, please. But sometimes I look, sometimes I wind up. He keeps on knocking me back down on my knees. There have been times that I thought couldn't last for long, but now I know I'm able to carry on. It's been a long, long, long time coming. Oh, it's been a long, long, long time coming, but a change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will.
Woo!
Yes.
Citrus chocolate, that boy can sing.
So thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful.
A fellow vocalist, Wade Jr. is saying, sing, brother. Clarence is saying, Sam Cooke all day for me too. And he's going to rewind so he can hear more of what you were singing earlier. But, this has been wonderful, David. We've so appreciated you coming on to the show. And so we're going to move forward to our plant-based treat. It's so nice to hear that you are a vegetarian because we have some people that are not, Corey.
Yeah, I know. Wade Jr. said ribs are his favorite fruit.
Yeah. You know what? Let me find that right there. Yeah, ribs are my favorite fruit. Guys, Kirk says, according to Kanik Mighty Nugent, I'm a flexitarian. So, these folks are like, well, I mean, I gotta have this, I gotta have that. LaShonda Brooks is saying, sing, David. We have XDMC saying, wow, yes, brother, clapping all the way. And XDMC can't believe you was like, sexual chocolate from, what was that? Coming to America. Yeah, Coming to America. Once again, an awesome week. Philip Waldo Jr. is saying, guys, we just want y'all to eat more fruits and vegetables. So if you're a flexitarian, a meatitarian, whatever you are, you can definitely get the nutrients you need from our plant-based treats. So you want to introduce it, Corey, and I'll play the intro music.
It's time for Chef LaQuita Marie's plant-based treat.
Outstanding oatmeal. Yum, yum, oats, yum.
This is a favorite breakfast combination. Oatmeal we make ours with almond milk. Just a couple of apples, a couple of bananas, and a handful of nuts. I've got pecans today, so there are 5 of us that I'm feeding. So I use about 2 cups of oats, 3 cups of almond milk, and a cup of water. You can do that as well. Cut the apples into cubes. Just take out the core. Apples are full of fiber. They also are full of flavonoids, which lower the risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. I'm going to add all of our apples in.
Cover and cook on medium, 10 to 12 minutes.
Instead of cinnamon, I'm just going to add some nutmeg today. Nutmeg relieves pain and indigestion, strengthens cognitive function, detoxifies the body, boosts skin health, alleviates oral conditions, reduces insomnia, improves immune system, prevents leukemia, and improves circulation. I usually add about a half cup to 3/4 of a cup of sugar. Also, this is where I add the flax seeds. I add about 3 tablespoons. I did crush up the nuts and I added some cashews. Research has determined that certain fats common in nuts actually reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease. Now we'll just add our bananas. Bananas have lectin and vitamin C, proven to reduce the risk of leukemia and other forms of cancer. We just add the hemp seeds. Hemp seeds have a high ratio of healthy fats, which may benefit skin diseases and provide relief from eczema.
I like how it was creamy, plus I really like bananas.
Everybody, we want to thank Mr. David Hunt and Sonya with the Y for joining us today on this episode of The Blind Guy.
His wife.
Their life live.
Now, you guys, if you feel like you were late, don't worry, you were not. I know you had to get here all the way from the Netherlands, my thoughts on everything. And so he did say he heard the last 9 notes, but they sounded right. They sounded tight.
Don't
he
worry,
says,
my thoughts.
welcome.
You're usually on time for everything.
Hey there, Donnie. Donnie's been a guest before. He says, I'm late too. Greetings to the chat.
Just don't forget the hashtag replay squad when you go back and look at the replay.
Yes, Donnie has a fire channel. I love my thoughts on everything. And Donnie Goes In channel. And good, Kanik, I'm glad you thought you figured out that this might be an addition. I noticed my family really likes it when we add apples to the oatmeal. So yeah, definitely try that. So Philip Waldo, the only link I will drop right now will be right. It is going to be David Hunt's Buy Me a Coffee link. So anybody that was not here earlier and they were wondering, like, how do I get in touch with him?
Make sure you go to his channel, David Hunt, and subscribe. This Hunt with the E on the end, Hunte is on the screen.
Yes.
Subscribe and like his channel and his content, because that brother can sing.
As you guys heard. So, guys, this has been wonderful. My thoughts on everything is laughing at you, Corey. We're going to see you guys next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 11:15 to 11:45 Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, 11:45-ish Eastern Standard Time. And Florida Evans, you know what? Philip Waldo Jr. Let's get out of here, because you know what? These people are crazy.
You know,
and my family members, it will be my family members, right?
Yes. And to say goodbye, we dedicate this one to David Hunt. We say goodbye by saying, bust up shorts! Deuces!